All right, hi, Josh Campbell here with Rescue Air, and we're looking at a new installation. Wow is the first thing I would say. So we were called out here to give a look and an assessment of this system, and it's a brand new install. The first things I notice when I walk up to it is a line set right in the way. Ducts that are literally pinched off, they're not getting any airflow. We were called out here because the homeowner bought a new system, made an investment in a company he believed to be reputable, and then all of a sudden his new system performs worse than his old system. Hot and cold spots around the house. You don't have to be an AC guy to know that this isn't a great installation. You can just kind of look at it and tell there's some things wrong. This is one that just drives me nuts. This is the coil. You can't screw straps into it. Not only is it not meant to carry its own weight, but if you've got a strap screwed into this coil, how can you ever remove the cover and access it for service? So you'll notice this door is falling off. This is a brand new Lennox system. Lennox makes a great door. Their doors don't fall off. You can tell that at installation, the contractor, well, there you go. The contractor had chosen to use tape to hold the door on. I mean, this thing still has the stickers on it. This unit's being hung by its own weight. This is what the vast majority of brand new installs we see are having done. And what happens is this unit's just buckled. It's folding under its own pressure to the point of where a brand new door had to be notched and the factory door had to be taped on. I don't know if I have to say a whole lot more about that. This gas pipe comes out of here and does not have what's called a drip leg. That's a code requirement. I can literally punch a hole right into the cabinet because these guys used tape and then masticed over it. This is an elasticized glue. Really, this should be the same size as the furnace. So they slid the unit back this way, took this off the back of the unit, pinched it so your return air is not getting into your unit. When evaluating a heating and air conditioning system or who you should do business with, inspection does not mean quality. It doesn't mean that, that you're even getting what you paid for. It just means that it's safe and that it passes code. It doesn't mean that you're up to manufacturer specifications unless a city inspector actually comes out and reads the book and sees all the little intimate details that the manufacturer recommends you do for a quality installation. That's going to be the Rescue Air difference, and we're going to show that here in just a few minutes when we cut, do the install, and then show you what this guy could look like. Okay, hey, I'm Josh Campbell with Rescue Air, and we've just completed our install, and we want to show all the things that make our installation different and better than what anybody else out here is doing. All of this is so far above and beyond code that it's not even an expectation for other companies. It's just what we do to take care of our customer. Like this hung right hanging system is only like a 5-year-old product, and then they hit the market by storm. There's vibration isolation in here that makes sure that if this thing's making some noise or if there's metal on metal, it hushes it a lot. This is, you know, they call it aircraft cable. This is the same cable they would use for those purposes, so you can imagine it's durable. It's got an adjustable piece here, so if the house settles or moves around, which, you know, is typical in Texas or even just with wood, that we can adjust these straps up and down to make sure we can keep this thing level, keep it draining properly. You'll notice that the door has no trouble staying on. There's no tape necessary to keep it in place. We didn't have to notch anything here. This whole cabinet is correct and square, where you may remember the previous furnace had to be notched out because the cabinet had already buckled from the weight of the cabinet holding it. Plus, now we're not blocking this cabinet of this evaporator coil. There's no straps into it. The unit's hung from beneath. We can take the screws out. We can maintenance this. We can put pan treatments in it. As far as duct goes, you'll notice our runs are straight. They're strapped in very short intervals to make sure that there's no opportunity for pinching. We have a good clean walkway here. This entire pathway is clear. We moved this whole unit forward The prior unit, the blower wheel wasn't even accessible because it was sitting behind this load-bearing piece of wood here. And as you come to the back, once we moved it forward, this duct here that had been on the back had been moved to the top. We were able to move it right back to the back while putting a large enough plenum to give the air a real good opportunity to expand. We added all the necessary code requirements like a drip leg. We have proper clearance and proper support. There's no screws into the vented chimney. When evaluating a heating and air conditioning system or who you should do business with, inspection does not mean quality. It doesn't mean that, that you're even getting what you paid for it. So when choosing a contractor, the last thing I would worry about is the price. The first thing I would worry about is, do I have a top 10% contractor even giving me a price? Because that's the only contractor qualified to even do the work. Things that set us, that are far above the expectation for code or what we even are required to do. But it's just us trying to push the envelope on an installation of an air conditioning system. And this is what we're doing now, and I can't wait to show you the video next year and the year after as we continually improve and get better and better and better, and with new products and new ideas of how we can have the best installation on the market.